And welcome back to Newsmax Now. We had to take a brief departure from the Southern Republican Leadership Concert to play Real or Fake.
Right.
It's Friday.
We
have
to
a
do
little bit
it.
of fun, but we're going to check back in periodically throughout the day. The Southern Republican Leadership Conference. Jeb Bush at the podium right now. We'll try to take you back there in a few minutes, but 3 of the 10 likely or declared candidates are going to be on the stage at some point today, or they were on the stage yesterday. Governor Scott Walker won the day, I guess you could say, with an enthusiastic speech. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
I realized looking back in life, I did not inherit fame or fortune from my family. What I inherited was more important. The belief that if you work hard and you play by the rules in America, you can do and be anything you want. That's the American dream, and we need to be the ones fighting for it.
The conference theme this year is Energizing America, and sticking to that theme, Walker called to lift the ban on crude oil exports.
Another subject of emphasis was the United States' relationship with Israel, as well as the administration's handling of terrorist threats. Former Texas Governor Rick Perry touched upon these topics. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
Strength and resolve bring peace and order, and weakness and vacillation invite chaos and conflict. If I were the President of the United States today, I would send a very strong message. I would restore our strong relationship with Israel and insist that it has the right to exist as a Jewish state.
And there you go. We're also going to check back in. We do have that shot established. Jeb Bush up at the podium right now. We brought you there earlier. Let's check back in with Governor Bush.
She's now going to live a productive life. And she might even be a Republican. I don't know. I haven't asked. But the simple fact is, giving people a chance to pursue their dreams, to rise up as they see fit, to be able to live productive lives the way they define it. If we're not on their side, whose side are we on? We need to be on the side of people that really, truly want to be able to live a life of purpose and meaning. And if we do that, not only will we win elections, we'll also govern to allow Jack and the next generation of children to be able to live an extraordinary life full of purpose and meaning, far better than the one we have today. That's worth fighting for, and that's why I appreciate the fact that you all are here as activists for the conservative cause. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
All right, there you have Jeb Bush wrapping up his speech today. We'll keep an eye on this. Also later on today, some other big names coming to the podium.
That's right. We have Senator Marco Rubio coming up this afternoon, as well as Governor Bobby Jindal. And then tomorrow it continues, and Carly Fiorina is going to be talking, as well as Dr. Ben Carson. So it's going to be a very interesting next couple days.
For complete coverage, you can always check out Newsmax.com as well. Yesterday, meantime, another potential GOP presidential candidate, Rick Santorum, kept most of his speech centered around domestic policy. Let's listen to what he had to say.
We need to go out and talk about not just a pro-growth agenda. I'll be proposing something here in the next few weeks that will be a very strong tax plan that cuts rates, that gets rid of the IRS as we know it.
Get rid of the IRS as we know it, an important line there. So a lot of coming out from that, and perhaps a preview. See who can whittle down to the 10 best candidates to make it to that first Fox News debate. Some controversy.
That's right. A treasure trove of documents and books and digital books were found in Osama bin Laden's compound. It's very interesting, all this information coming out.
Yeah, J.D. Hayward talked to author Michael Schur, whose book was found on the bookshelf. Here's what they had to say.
It was not a great surprise, sir, in that he had mentioned it in a speech in 2010. Saying that if the Americans want to know why they're losing, to read my book. I think you can imagine how many friends that won me at the time.
Well, it's not only that. Michael, I understand you were offering an intelligence assessment as you described bin Laden, quote, as the most respected, loved, romantic, charismatic, and perhaps able figure in the last 150 years of Islamic history. Obviously, we all like to read good things about ourselves. Is that in part what you think may have attracted bin Laden to your book or had him make public mention of it?
I doubt that, sir. He's a very serious man. What attracted him to my book was that I had listened to what he had said for a better part of 6 years. And I correlated what his organization did in response to what he said they were going to do, and that was a very high correlation. The second thing I believe that attracted him is that I wrote very clearly, and I would write it again today, that the war we're fighting has nothing to do with women's rights. It has nothing to do with democracy or elections or liberty or freedom, at least from the perspective of the people that declared war on us. They wouldn't have that stuff in their own country, but what they hate about the United States is not even the American people. They hate the American government because of its interventionist policies in the Middle East.
There you go, a guy who was there, he saw it all in his role at the CIA. More of that interview, of course, on Newsmax.com as well.
Yeah, it was really interesting talking to JD about it. Just some of the things and the way he even spoke, his language. All right, more to come. You're watching Newsmax Now.